She's already kicking hair. And it's hard to like get her really because today we are going to be rehousing Gumdrop, my green bottle blue. I called her Gumball in my feeding video and I didn't realize it until I was editing, but her name is Gumdrop, also known as Gummy. I like to call her Gummy, but yeah, so I have had her for a very long time.
This is a green bottle blue. I'm gonna insert the scientific name because I'm not even gonna try saying it. Obviously, I'm not sure if it's a female or male. He or she is still too small.
And although this enclosure is quite nice, like she's really done a lot with the place, she's been in here a really long time. So I wanted to switch her into this 12 by 12 by 12 Tarantula Cribs cube. I thought this would give her more room to do green bottle blue stuff. They are a pretty active display species. So what if we gave her more space with more anchor points to, you know, do more with? Before we get into that though, check out my new sweater. I actually made this myself in Photoshop and I think it actually turned out really good. So I have this and a t-shirt in my fourth wall right now. I'll link them down below. I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of hair kicked on me and my new sweater, so that kind of stinks, but all right. So we are going to provide her some more anchor points than what she has now. She's molted like several times in this enclosure, so I don't really know if she'll be getting much bigger than that. Like she is an adult female, so, but the extra space will not hurt. And also I thought it'd be really fun to like do maybe a time lapse to see how she decorates the place tonight after she's in her new enclosure. But yeah, so green bottle blue, they are an awesome tarantula. If you are looking to get your first tarantula and you like color and you like a species that's a little bit more active and usually out more, green bottle blues are the way to go. Plus they go through a really interesting growing cycle and they grow pretty consistent. So you're not gonna be waiting forever to get an adult. Like I said, she was one of my OGs. Anyway, we don't need a ton of substrate. My girl has never really dug. So I'm really just gonna put a couple inches down because really the species, I know a lot of people say they're semi-arboreal and they put them in arboreal setups. I wouldn't go as far to put them in an arboreal setup. I think they're more terrestrial, but they do appreciate like those anchor points. So yeah, a couple inches is perfect. Also, they're a little bit more of a drier species, so I'm gonna use some spider and some cholla wood. If you're keeping a more humid species, I wouldn't use this kind of wood because it will possibly mold. And I will show you guys a better like angle and shot of how this is once we get it all together. But yeah, so we're gonna give her like a ton of anchor points, play around with this a bit. I'm gonna be honest, I'm really not looking forward to rehousing her because she has always been a huge hair kicker. Like ever since she was a sling, when I would just like take the lid off sometimes to like water her, she'd just kick hair at me. Even just like walking by her enclosure at night, I'll just see her kick. It's awesome. All right, I really like this big hunk of wood. I think she's gonna have a lot of fun webbing that up. So I used to have a rule and I would say that it's a crime to not provide a green bottle blue with a skull to web up. I think I might actually break that rule. I know, shocking, but I don't know if I want to give her another skull. She has a skull in there webbed up right now. It looks pretty cool, but I think we're going to skip the skull this time. I know, we're getting crazy over here. I wanted to just do more anchor points, so let's stick with wood and kind of see what she does herself. Ooh, yeah, that's good, that's good. I will be honest though, there's a couple pieces on this one that seem a little sharp. It makes me worried if she fell because like this right here is really, really sharp. And so since they're so active, I think I'm gonna actually skip out on this piece and save that for probably a jumping spider or something. Yeah, this is fine. This is gonna be a lot for her. Should we maybe actually do a skull at like the very bottom? We could also do that, but I don't really like that. Maybe down here. Let me see what this looks like. Ooh, that could be kind of cool. You know what? Scratch what I said. We're gonna do the skull. We're gonna do it in this corner though. Actually, I like that a lot. I think we need a little bit more substrate. Really bury that skull, you know? All right, so I have a water dish. We're gonna go ahead and put this in the corner. And yeah, I think that this is gonna work out pretty awesome. This is what we are working with. As you see, I have the skull like half buried. Here's the water dish. And then just like tons of anchor points for webbing. This is gonna be awesome to see webbed up. I mean, like this is like a lot for her to really do. And then she does have the option to crawl in the skull as well. And I think that'll be actually good to give her a little bit more covered shelter that she doesn't have to actually web up herself. But I mean, yeah, this is really, really good. I wonder what she's gonna do. Like, I hope she webs it up tonight. I'm gonna try to set up a time lapse so we can really see her go. And yeah, before we dig her out of there, which I'm not looking forward to, let's give her some leaf litter, because she actually did use that leaf litter to decorate and put like a little door on her skull. I'll show you. But yeah, so she really does appreciate the leaf litter and actually uses that. Yes, that adds so much to it too. This is great. Here we go. She's already kicking hair. And it's hard to like get her really because this is not flat. See, she's kicking hair like, ugh, I don't want to be on that end. Okay, so she did kick a lot of hair, but I think I was okay dodging it. We'll know tomorrow, I think. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about, by the way. Look at this little, like, it's a little hinge on her. She used this like leaf as a little hinge on her skull. But yeah, see how cool that looks? She did some cool things with this enclosure. So here it is. Oh, this is gonna be so freaking cool. I'm so stoked. Okay. Look at how pretty she is. All right, let's go ahead and put her in. Nice and easy. All right, she's in. And there she is. Oh, wow. So much space to web up. This is gonna be so cool.
I planned on making time lapses for the next day, all day, but I ended up getting very sick. Actually, when I was filming this, my throat hurt so bad to talk, and I ended up getting like really sick. I didn't end up getting as much footage as I wanted to of her webbing up, but as you can see, she got to work immediately and got a lot done already. Here is what her enclosure is looking like now. I'm sure in a week it's going to be even thicker webbing. I'll try to put her in a feeding video soon so you guys can see the progress. But I was right, this enclosure is so much fun. Watching her web it up and seeing the progress is really cool.
Okay, so that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like this video if you did, subscribe if you're not, and you want to be. Don't forget I have an Instagram to use probably way too much. I also have merch, a website, everything is linked down below. I will see you guys soon. Let's get into the Patreon pet pics.